Speak Between the Lines podcast.
The shit that's uncool to talk about,
we make cool to listen to.
Let's get it cracking. What's up, people? We got 5 people in the building. What's up? And I really quick, I just want to just apologize to the people that just listen to us on like Podbeam, or if you listen to us just on Spotify or Apple, because we can kind of get caught in the moment of recording and speaking to our audience that are watching us live. Right. That some of the conversation can probably sound a little crazy if you're just listening to the audio. So I think, we can probably try to work on that, but the conversation gets so good in the timeline, what I'm saying? It gets popping. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta address it. Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta address it. So apologize for the people that only listen to audio, but that gives you a reason to check us out on our live stream. You know what I mean? So there you go. Yeah, man, let's get the show cracking. Smokey Norfolk, what's good in the building? Man, speaking of Smokey Norfolk, did y'all check out the verses between Kurt Franklin and Freddie Hammond?
I hate I missed that one.
I missed it too.
First of all, hey, Miss Sanders. Second of all, yes, I think that was the best IG battle they have done. Period.
I heard.
You didn't see it?
I didn't see it. I saw a piece of it. I was talking to Rev today that he was telling me that Tamala Man went off. So I went and found it on YouTube, and I was like, let me at least just hear this. And immediately broke into tears, bro. I was just like, man, it seems like that verses was like right on time for the culture.
It was right. It was exactly what we needed.
You know what I mean?
Exactly what we needed. So, yeah, hands down. Like everybody won. I mean, and they were in the same spot, so we didn't have to worry about internet connections or somebody's audio being off or anything. Like everything was perfect. Right. It was perfect.
That's what's up, man. Much love to Kurt Franklin and Freddie Hammond. I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Let's get the show cracking, man. We're gonna do our intro. We kind of just started talking a little bit.
All right, man. Speak Between the Lines podcast, episode 113. It's your boy Young Rez.
Join with J Rock.
King gave us her signing in.
And segue out of that.
Somebody asked, have we seen Attack on Titan?
Yeah. Right. Do you know Attack on Titan is?
That's the one anime that I saw. I only saw one episode, and it was when Rudy was chilling at the house. That's the one anime that he showed us. And I was like, I was watching it. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I can see how people can get into anime just based off that one show. And I heard that's not even one of the best shows, but that one, the one episode I did see of Attack on Titan was actually pretty dope. So, yes.
Yeah. So Rez actually sent me the trailer a couple days, Monday or Tuesday this week?
Yeah, Monday.
And
no, today's Monday, ain't it?
Oh, last week then, yeah. So it's like Wednesday, I guess.
Yeah.
And I legitimately forgot about it. I forgot that the season was upcoming because it's been almost like a year and change since the last season.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait. For me, Attack on Titans is my number 5 spot, my top 10 list of all anime of all time. So I'm definitely excited about that.
For me, Attack on Titan is probably number 2 or 1 right now, but I know what's going to happen already because I've been reading the manga, and that trailer is phenomenal. Like if you've never seen Attack on Titan, once this season is over, because it is the last season, it will probably crack your top 5 anime of all time. It's that good. It's that good, and everything is important. Everything you see in that show is important. Mm-hmm. If you don't like anime, but you're like somebody who, if you're like somebody who likes attention to detail and storytelling and the art of the setup and the payoff, then it's real. It's real.
That's what's up.
Smokey. You got the Tiger Woods Saturday.
Go ahead. Tiger Woods Saturday polo. Rez got that Tiger Woods Saturday polo on.
Man,
going hard in the paint. See, this brings me to my point that I made earlier. You have to watch the live stream because if you're just listening to the audio, you have no idea what the hell we're talking about.
None. But that is a damn Tiger Woods.
It is, man.
Funny. Yeah, thanks, man.
Did you go golfing this weekend?
Nah, I didn't go golfing this weekend. I actually just threw this on because I had been in a shirt that I slept in all day, and I was like, let me change shirts.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I want to know what. Yeah, I'm transparent, but I want to know what B Wood's talking about. What his top 5 is. Like Attack on Titan in top 5, boy, you slipping. I know we got to get some real heavy stuff, but I mean, I'll take the distraction while I can get it.
We can have a light moment. We can have a light moment. We've been dealing with some heavy stuff all week, so we could take 20 minutes to kind of just, relax,
ease into
it. Yeah.
So B Woods, what is your top 5 anime?
And it better not be Boo Boo. Your list better be straight.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
I wish I watched anime because I mean, outside of Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z and
this man says Sailor Moon.
My God. My God.
I know very few. Very few.
B Woods talking about not top 5, but he ain't giving me the list. I don't want to hear that. Like, give me the list, bro.
Do y'all have a top? Do y'all have a? I mean, I think you gave your top 5, Rez. Rock, do you have one?
Yeah. So my top 5, number 1 is Bleach. Number 2 is Hunter x Hunter. Number 3 is Full Metal Alchemist. Number 4, Attack on Titans. Number 5, My Hero Academia. 6 is Yu Yu Hakusho. 7, Death Note. 8, Naruto. That's only because of the amount of filler in Naruto.
Facts.
Then Rise of the Shield Hero and Rurouni Kenshin.
That's.
See, B Wood. See, this would make me mad, dog. B Wood's just talking, bro. You like, I forgot more anime than you've seen. Like, okay, dog, give me the list then.
Right.
Like, you stalling, bro. Like, give me the list, bro. And I respect B Woods. That's my guy. Like, we go way back, and I know he knows his stuff. That's why I want to hear his list.
Oh, send him the link. Pop him on.
For real, man.
Y'all have an anime battle.
That'd be interesting. I wonder if he'd do it.
Pop off on that one, huh?
I wonder if he would do it.
You say you wonder if he'd do it?
Yeah.
Maybe he ain't gonna send you the list. Maybe he's shy. Or
B Woods ain't shy. No, B Woods ain't shy.
I'm just saying because he would have sent the list. At least I think he would have sent the list versus saying I got more anime than you. That's my whole thing. Like, he asked for a list. Put the list.
When people don't answer your question and then they just kind of divulge into a different combo,
like you talking about other stuff. We're trying to give you a moment real quick on the pod. And you talking around the question, man. We got to keep going, man.
Like, my guy.
This start off with your number 1 anime of all time.
Yeah, man. We pull it deep, bro. You know how fast he could have typed this? We've been stalling for like 2 minutes.
We try to give him time.
Nah, miss me, bro. I don't even care about your list no more. All right.
Wins and losses.
Dubs and L's.
Man. I don't care about your list no more.
All right. He put something. Y'all, that's y'all's thing. That's y'all's thing. What y'all gonna say something to what he said? I don't even know how to say that shit. So what did he say?
Really? Translate that.
Berserker.
Does he mean Berserk?
Anime?
Like, does he mean Berserk? Berserk? Like the regular Berserk? Or are you talking about, is there another show? Because Berserk's a top 10 anime too.
I think he's talking about that one.
If he's talking about that one, I need him to spell it right then.
Yeah.
If he's forgotten more anime than we've seen, he forgot how to spell it.
Then it says Bleach for the manga. What is really
Gurren Gundam.
Okay.
That's your bro.
Gundam, really?
You old, bro. You old, man. Get that list out of my face.
Like, don't get me wrong, Gundam and the original Gundams were good, but they don't hold up to today's.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Keep moving.
But for Berserk, I definitely give you credit for that one. Because a lot of people just sleep on that.
Berserk is fire, bro. Episode 10. Yeah. That was a heartbreaker.
But so for wins and losses, my week has been up and down. Not to get into the topic already, but because of everything that's going on, it's really made me look at people differently.
You don't say.
So it's not really a win or loss. It's just, well, you know what? I'll take it back. I will say it's a win because the people who I've seen say something has surprised me. And we'll get more into that when we actually get into our topic. So,
all right, that's how you got. That's how you got for us. Nice way to kind of
kill it.
Past wins or losses. By the time we get into the topic and get into it later, bro. I see what you're doing now. You've been doing this podcast thing for a long time, bro.
Yeah, my boy learning teasers.
So I actually got a few. I got a few wins. Well, I got a win. And I got some shit that happened. So first win is they extended our work from home to the end of the year.
Hey.
Oh, okay, nice.
End of the year. Yeah, so I'm chilling. And I was actually had this been announced when this thing first started, I would have lost my mind because I was already having cabin fever and shit when this first started. But the fact that I've kind of gotten used to work from home and I've kind of gotten a routine together and I've gotten used to just rolling out of bed and, turn on my laptop. The fact that we're working from home until 2021, it's like, I can rock with that. So
nice.
That was dope. I cut my hair for the first time. I cut my own hair for the first time.
I'll say. Hold on. Let's put these patches back on. I'll say. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hey,
yo,
fam,
wait a minute.
It's old.
Yo,
it's old now. It's old. We've been gone 2 weeks. It's old now, so it don't even look good. But I cut my hair. I cut my own hair, and I know the barbershops are open. I know that.
I'm about to say, take us through this.
I know the barbershops are open, but I've always just wanted to. That's the one thing I've been afraid to do. Like I've just been afraid to cut my own hair. So I was like, man, I know the shop's open, but I got some clippers right here, man. Let me just try it. It's one time at least.
Got that bad ain't right?
So my thought was it's gonna grow back. It's gonna grow back. Fact. And this was before they even announced that we were gonna be working from home for the rest of the year. I knew I at least had another month for it to grow back. So I was like, man, let me just try it real quick. Bro, I got a YouTube video of homeboy doing this thing. I started with the 2 guard. I started with the 3 guard. I kind of just went through it. I was like, okay. Went straight to the 1.5. Go. So it was cool. It was dope. The first day it looked fresh. So I was like, all right. And then the second day, you kind of get bedheaded a little bit. So I was like finding mistakes. I was like, damn, this shit a little long. So, but all in all, it was cool. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad. So
do you have the fresh cut picture of it?
No, I didn't take a picture.
That we can go pop it on screen real quick.
I didn't take a picture. I didn't take a picture. I did not take a picture. And I did an even all the way around. I didn't try to tape a fade because homeboy was doing some stuff where he went up like this, and I was like, nah, I'm not ready. I don't trust myself enough to try that. But yeah, man, I might do it one more time before I take it to get it actually cut. Because I actually really do want to try to tape a fade. The back is hard. That's what I'm scared of. The back is
right now. I still don't trust going out to like a barbershop.
So wait, pump the brakes. So you waited till the height of the pandemic, as far as like getting a haircut ended, to do it yourself? Like you didn't do it when like we had no other choices. You waited till the professionals were available.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it wasn't even about that. It was like I wanted to try it once. And then I knew I had time to grow it back because my whole thing during this whole pandemic was, why cut my hair? I don't have anywhere to go. But now at least shit is starting to open up, and I don't have the hair, coming out the top of my hat. At the top of my head anymore. You know what I mean? So at least when I go out, I won't look crazy. So
speaking of hats, you mind?
Nah, bro. I'm sad. You like it really looks bad now.
I know it's only been a week, but I mean, how bad could it really be?
No, real quick. I'm sorry. And you won't like even it being on camera, you won't even really be able to tell.
Zoom in.
Like you can't tell. See,
lean forward, my guy.
Yeah, he's about to lean all the way back.
You can't tell.
Yeah, man, bro.
This man, this number here. See, hey guys, you really can't tell. You can't tell.
I need to still be able to hear you. Look.
How did the back go?
See, I can't hear you. Say what?
How'd it go when you did the back?
Oh, nigga, I just
Yo, that dude's edge up way up here. Fail. Come on, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah. So I didn't try to edge it or nothing in the back. Like, nah, dog. That back is hard. It's hard because you can't see it, but
yeah.
Welcome to the club. By the way, I did just send an invite to my brother because I do want him to jump on as well. So hopefully he can jump on this. I got a dub this week. It ironically was the haircut, so I'm not going to use that because you know what? I am going to say one thing about my barber. I'm surprised because usually I can't depend on this dude for nothing. He's never at the shop when he's supposed to be at the shop. You remember that episode of Atlanta when what's my guy's name? The rapper, bro.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Oh, dang. He's slipping my mind. But he went to the barber shop and the barber had like 18 million things that he had to do that day. Like he went and cut some other kid's hair. He took him to like some construction site to like pick up lumber. I'm like, bro,
dealing lumber.
That's my barber. That's my barber. And the pandemic hit. He's ghost. Come to find out, he doing house calls. And he ain't let me know. So I been could have got a haircut.
See,
well,
dude's a trifling. Bro.
Would you feel safe for him coming over? Because like now you looking at somebody who's interacting with a lot of people, and the missus is pregnant.
Yeah, touche. I'm just saying, where's the trust though? Like, if I'm a client and I've been supporting him for like what 3-4 years, you can shoot me a text. I mean, most barbers I know that was doing it, they had like a mobile site, like you could book something on the mobile site. He just was like, "Oh well, yeah, if you text me, I'll come." Bruh, like there's no organization. It's just it's like, yo, what you doing?
I mean, well, I know your barber, so it does make sense.
Yes, you do.
He probably was busy.
Former barber.
Yeah,
he probably was actually still booked.
Was the experience different now after the pandemic, or was it the same layout?
No, it's the same layout. I mean, he got this black apron thing on though, like kind of like, you know how like you barbecue. He got that on. It just says barber on it though. It's like I don't get. It's not covered. It's not covering no skin and nothing. It's not there for sanitation. It's just like a chef apron that says barber.
I don't know.
He don't want to get no hair on his clothes,
bro. Nah. Anyway, but yeah, that went well. So week went well. I did level up on this Dragon Ball Fighter Z game, which that was very big for me. 6 months in, and I'm halfway up to the top tier. So I like it. Good week.
That's what's up. That's the one thing that I've been doing the most. I ain't gonna say the most, but I've done it more than I'm usually used to doing.
Call of Duty
on the game, bro. They would be on Warzone.
How is your shit talking?
Yeah, I was about to say, how has that progressed?
Well, because it's team based, so you only hear your teammates. So it's not like I can shoot somebody and talk shit to them.
That's why.
You know what I mean?
So it don't stop them. It don't stop me.
It don't stop me. But I'm usually pissed off because a lot of people like to camp and shit. And like we're good, we're decent. Like I won one round by myself. But like the shit is like niggas is real on that old. It's real.
Is that one cross-platform?
Yes. Yeah. My homeboy, two of my homeboys be on PlayStation and they'll hop on too. So yeah, it's fun though. But
I'm about to get that. I'm about to get it then.
Yeah, John. Yeah, I get it.
Isn't it free right now? I thought it was a free. They were giving it away for free right now.
It's a free download. That's the only reason I got it, because it's free.
There you go.
I haven't bought a game yet, so that's really the only reason why. That's the only thing I play. So, but
makes sense.
Yeah, man. So, yeah.
My guy Chris C in the building. Shout out.
Chavez. But Chavez hit me up too, man. Checking on me, dog. I appreciate you, bro, for real.
No, he a real one, dog. He held us down.
Yeah, man. So appreciate that, young man. All right.
Enough stalling, bro. Get
20 minutes in.
Yeah, enough stalling. Let's go.
Let's get it. You said your brother was hopping on?
Yeah, eventually. I sent them the link, but we can go ahead and chop it up.
All right.
We'll let him get in where he fits.
So a lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
Yeah, man.
Who wants to start?
First and foremost, rest in peace, George Floyd.
Yeah.
I feel like we just did this 2 weeks ago.
We just did
this. And really the only reason that we haven't been talking about it as frequently as we've been talking about it is because we had the Memorial Day break. And then we had the Jordan doc that kind of tied into our podcast. But I mean, this is happening. This is happening, dude, and it's sad. I don't even know where to begin or even where to start. Like, I guess let's just get our thoughts, right? So, I guess take us through kind of y'all's thought process and everything. Rock, I guess we can start with you because this was a part of your wins and loss. So First, how are y'all? Let's get that out the way, and then we can kind of go into the episode.
To be honest, I am in a state of shock still. I know everything's happening. I've been researching it, trying to get a better understanding of everything that's happening. But with it happening so often, it seems unreal to me. It's difficult because it's a conversation that you can't have with everybody because everybody's not willing to hear every side of it, or people only want to talk about one aspect of it, the looting, the rioting. Nobody wants to talk about the why we got here.
That part.
So for me, that's been the hardest part because I've, like I said, I was talking to you earlier, I've had the same conversation with like 3 or 4 people already, and it's weird how this one has hurt me more than any of the other ones have. And I think for me, the reason for that is because after watching the video, all the other ones were quick in the sense that they were shot and it was over with. This one, you sat there and you watched him struggle and beg and plead for help. And you see that the guy doesn't care. The guy whose knees on his neck, the officer. So I think for me, that's why this one has really bothered me the most, because you see the evil in what we've been fighting for, everything that we've been young about every other case. You see it in particular with this one guy.
Yeah. That sums it up. Everybody, thank you for watching. Time to get the hell out of here. Nah, man. No, you made some good points, dude. I mean, and one thing that I find interesting about anytime that this happens, right? Anytime we have some type of injustice that takes place, I feel it happens in clusters, or it's presented to us in clusters, right? So since this quarantine thing happened, and mind you, this is not something that takes place in clusters. It happens every day.
Every single day.
So let's just get that out the way. It happens every day, but the news outlets and the media outlets, it seems like when they have one that catches fire, they push other ones on you. At least that's how it feels. But anyway, so getting back to my point, injustices are brought to us in clusters. They're brought to us in clusters, right? So the first we had Ahmaud Arbery, rest in peace. Then we had I think it was Breonna Taylor. I could have her name wrong. It was the lady that got shot. With her boyfriend was trying to defend because he thought somebody was breaking into the house, but it was the police.
Yeah,
right.
With the arrest warrant went to the wrong place.
Right, and the police came in. So then it's that, and then it was a whole bunch of other ones, and then it was Amy Cooper, and the gentleman in the ballpark. I mean, at the Central Park.
Yeah.
So and then you have this, right? George Floyd. And mind you, like all this is going on, and we're in a position and we're in a place, at least in the United States, where we're stuck at home for the most part still. So it's either we're stuck at home because we don't have a job, most of us, right? We're stuck at home because not too many places are opening. I mean, they're now starting to open, or we're stuck at home because we have a job but working from home, right? So a lot of us, like, we're stuck in the house. So most of the time, all we have to do is just consume information. Since this whole thing started, we've just been able to consume information from different mediums, CNN, Fox, Twitter, Instagram. And it's like, we're at home, we're stressed out. And then now you're showing us killing after killing, injustice after injustice, to now, like Rock was saying, we're watching this dude die in front of our eyes. Like, it wasn't quick. It was him with his neck. I mean, with his neck, with somebody's knee in his neck for 8 to 9 minutes, and we're sitting there watching it. And it's not that we're not. It's not an option to watch it. It's forced on us in a sense, because it's everywhere you look. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's on the news. And so, and that's been kind of the hardest thing for me, because when I found out about it, because I found out about the Central Park thing and George Floyd at the same time. I don't know if they occurred at the same time, but I found out about them at the same time. It was chatter about it on Twitter. I hadn't seen the videos yet, but it was just chatter. And I told myself, protect your energy. Don't even go looking for it, right? So I don't even think I got on Twitter that day. I didn't get on Facebook. I didn't even turn on the news, right? But because it's everywhere, I eventually found it. And that was probably one of the hardest things that I've had to watch in the last 3 days, right? Because I was just looking at a jogger get shot not too long ago, right? So it's like, it's just put in your face, dude. And I tried to promise myself not to snap on the podcast, because when Ahmaud Arbery died, I feel like I kind of popped off a little bit. And I was trying to tell myself, like, look, just try not to pop off, but it's hard. It's hard. It's hard not to. When you see yourself, and please feel free to cut me off because I feel like I'm rambling, but when you see not even yourself, but when you see your culture constantly getting abused day in and day out. And one thing we gotta realize too is, like, it's not, this thing happens every day, but the thing is, we're shown the extreme versions of it. Cops beat down on us every day. They beat down on us every single day. There's an injustice every single day. That Amy Cooper every day. He just happened to get it on camera, and it happened to go viral. Dude, that had his knee in George Floyd's neck, it just happened to be recorded and go viral. This shit happens every day. So if you're not familiar with our culture, the Black culture, and this seems shocking to you, imagine experiencing this shit and knowing this is happening to your people damn near every day.
And you can't do anything about it.
No.
You know it's wrong. You see it happen. You see it recorded, and nothing happens.
And that's the thing. And that's kind of my thing. And I understand people's frustrations, because we've constantly dealt with injustices since we gotten dragged here. Like, we've dealt with injustices since we've been taken from our homeland of Africa to here. Injustices have taken place, and it's draining, dude. It really is. It's draining. So I don't want to say too much. I kind of rambled. Rez, I'm gonna let you get your thoughts in here.
No, I think it's a lot, bro. I remember finding out kind of similar to you. Like, I was literally just working, and I was scrolling on YouTube, and I got a link that said live, and it talked about the Central Park incident. And I remember thinking in that moment, like, wow, what happens if this video doesn't surface? Like, imagine that same 911. Let's say we're watching the news and we hear that exact same 911 call, and we don't have the context of that video. It's like, oh shit, she's in trouble. Like, oh, like that's bad. That's a problem. She literally weaponized the police against that Black man. And the crazy thing is, she's a liberal. And I shared a video on my page. Like, she's a Hillary Clinton supporting liberal. Like, it's those people. It's always like we worry about, like, oh, you know, Ku Klux Klan or people with Confederate flags or everything. No, this is the person you work with that pretends to be progressive, that pretends to say they want equality, that pretends to say, oh, they're you know, like, I don't know how many Facebook messages I've seen today in this last couple of days talking about, oh, I have Blacks as friends. Like, that's what we're Blacks. You know, oh, I have 3 Black friends. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, those are people that are literally attacking us. And, like, in the moment that here's the crazy thing about that, because I have so many thoughts right now. She probably, under normal circumstances in a comfortable environment, has no problem with black people at all. No problem. But the moment she felt threatened, she immediately went back to her core teachings, something that's infiltrated the minds of people for hundreds of years in this country. Black man threat. And what can I do to weaponize this? I know the police are a weapon against black people. That's a thought, whether subconscious or not. That's a thought that ran through her head. So I don't want him to record me breaking the law, by the way. So I'm going to threaten him with the thing that I know will hurt him. That's why I don't want to hear people be like, well, black people get mistreated by the police. That's not true. You know it's true because you know how to weaponize it without even thinking about it. So we can miss that whole conversation now. And then the crazy thing is that literally happens. And then the Floyd incident happens. And I'm like, that same guy that was in Central Park, just because she called the police, he could have been Floyd. Floyd wasn't resisting arrest. He wasn't doing anything. And he lost his life. That's why I like these false reports. They need to do something. Like if you report something falsely and we find out that it's false, you need to go to jail. You need to go to jail. So same way we like, yo, get this dude. I think they did some bull charges on him, like 3rd degree. Like that's 1st degree murder, bro. Like you can miss.
They get 3rd degree of manslaughter.
Yeah, that's bullshit. So he needs to get 1st degree murder for that, and then she needs to get attempted murder because that's literally the society that we're in right now. That is an attempt on that man's life. And she lost a job, but who cares if she lost a job? Because she'll mess around and get another job from a family friend. But I'm glad Twitter and the internet was on her head and on her neck. But like, and then the looting, like the looting, you alluded to this, and I'll let y'all get in on this, but the looting is pissing me off. Not from the standpoint that it's happening, but from the standpoint that the media uses that as a distraction to take away from the initial conversation. It's like if somebody, you ever watch an NBA game and somebody hits a player and the ref don't see it, but then the player retaliates, and now it's like, oh, he gets thrown out. That BS call.
Yeah.
That's almost like what's happening now, where it's just like, well, they're looting property and they're damaging property, so they're thugs. Well, one, and I shared this on my IG. There was a police officer or a chief of police that basically said that some of those incidences were instigated by white people. So it wasn't even black people that was doing the initial property damage.
Right.
But on the news, they cherry pick certain clips, and then it's all like, oh, well, they're thugs, they're looting. Fam, they're protesting. I just shared something on my Facebook, maybe like 10 minutes before we jumped on. It's a 20-minute video of a breakdown of police literally instigating violence. One was an officer who drove his truck or his van through a crowd of protesters. One of them was someone in New York who literally drove by a protester, opened the door, and hit the dude while he drove by. Another one was in Utah, where the police literally pushed an elderly man with a cane to the ground. Another one was a protester who had, because my wife was talking about it, she was like, she's pregnant, obviously she can't be out of there. But she was like, she wishes she could be out there, but she would wear like protective gear and everything like that. Bro, I no lie, saw a video. It's on, I just shared it on that Facebook. This dude had a protective mask on. The police pulled the mask down, pepper sprayed him. They grabbed a camera guy and literally put him in handcuffs and then randomly sprayed him with pepper spray while he was on the ground, not resisting arrest, saying press. Hey, I'm the press. Like, we've gotten to that point where because of the pandemic and the way emotions are, like, we're stuck. So we're overly sensitive to everything because, one, we're stir crazy. We've been stuck in a house for months, right? So that's bad. Two, that you're willing to take Black lives, and I feel like I saw that on Fox Sports this morning, where they were talking about with Michael Eric Dyson about the fact that yes, it's a pandemic that's killed over 100,000 people, affected over millions in this country, and you still took a Black life with no remorse. So you're not even safe during a pandemic. It's still open season.
Yep.
Gayle King said that on an interview. It's open season on Black people. And it's like, bro, Michael Eric Dyson said that this morning. He said, any nation that elevates property over people is a morally bankrupt civilization and society. And that's where we're at right now. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Because when I first saw the rioting, it was Tuesday morning, and it was only the target. And in the moment, I was a prisoner of the moment. I wasn't upset because I understood the why behind it. That we've been silent for so long, and when I first saw it, I'm like, okay, well, this is going to show that we are going to make a price for every life. And then over time, when I thought it wasn't stopping just there, that's when I slowly kept saying, okay, well, the rioting is, I'm not condoning you're saying that that's the right thing to do, but I understand the outrage behind it, because this isn't the first time we've had this conversation. This is the first time we've seen this story. So now I'm at the point where just don't do it to our neighborhood. If you're going to do it, take it outside of our neighborhood, because if you're only hurting us, people don't care. I mean, it doesn't hurt their bottom line, so it doesn't mean anything to destroy our mom and pop store, but to destroy Walmart, Target, that has a bigger financial impact on them. And when I first saw it, I knew from the insurance standpoint of it, everything in the store is covered.
Exactly.
So the company isn't losing anything. The company just has to pay out to replace it. But everything in the store can be replaced. But the lives can't. And that's the message that people are missing out of. Now, the one thing I was talking about earlier from the silver lining, the one thing that surprised me, the mayor of Minneapolis said, like on day 2 or 3, that he knows this is because of systemic racism. He came on national TV and said, had this been a white man, he would have survived. It wouldn't have got this far. So to me, the fact that we are seeing people outside of our culture acknowledge the blatant racism and the history of racism does give me some type of light at the end of the tunnel. But then we have people like our president who tweeted out, if y'all come on the grounds of the White House, I'm going to stick out the most vicious dogs on you.
That's a threat.
Rodney King didn't happen. We don't know what that means.
Bro, he literally said when he said about the looting, then we start shooting.
Yeah, he said when the looting begins, that's when the shooting starts. And
that's a quote from early 90s from a dude that literally was a known racist. Come on, that's an accident? You think that's an accident? Bro. Right. Oh my God, man. Fam, let me read something to you, dog. So I saw this on Facebook. This dude's name is Gage Gabbard. He's from Mitchell, Indiana. He put this on his Facebook, and he's relevant because one of what he said, but two, he's the son of a politician or a guy that's basically trying to run for politician. He says, I don't feel sorry for the Black community whatsoever. To be completely honest, I believe they get what they deserve. Going out robbing, stealing, and burning down buildings had nothing to do with George Floyd's death. It's because niggers do nigger things. Mind you, he's not Black. And that's an ER. In my opinion, to all these Black crowds destroying cities, I think the SWAT and the Army should just start unloading on all of them. And if this offends you, you can unfriend me or go cry about it because I don't really care. And for everybody that gets butthurt and wants to comment, I will be deleting each and every comment. Hashtag White Lives Matter.
Who is this?
This is Gage Gabbard.
Is he like what, a news reporter? Is he
He's a son of somebody who's running for office in Indiana. So, needless to say, he got flamed and he got destroyed. But the crazy thing is, like, people have this mentality, and these are the people that you need to talk to convince that we're oppressed. But the thing I took note of is if someone gets butthurt over it, I'm deleting the comments, which means that you're not even open to understanding what exactly is going on. Two, you're misinformed because you don't understand that some of these things are plants. Like, systemic racism isn't something that's make-believe. It's something that's strategically done. I was watching Life, the season finale. And one of the things they did on that show is, obviously, he's in jail. He's a lawyer. He's trying to plead his case to get out of jail for something that he was wrongly convicted of. They plant things to happen. There was a riot in the prison that was planted by the guy who initially put him in the prison. So, like, you think it's incomprehensible to be like, oh snap, it's going to be a bunch of protests all over the country. Well, we need to change the narrative. So let me go hire a few people to actually start causing fights so that now it's a riot and now the whole narrative's changed. That's not hard to do.
You know what else I think that is? So first off, I've been quoting, or I've been saying this quote or typing this quote in almost every video I posted in the last 2 days. And it's a quote from Trevor Noah. And he said, "Beware of agitators and instigators who use legitimate protests to ignite chaos between protesters and the police." What I've been seeing lately, because like I said, I've been trying to stay off of social media, but there was one person on my timeline that just didn't get it, which kind of sent me into that posting spree because they were saying, like, why are they terrorizing, or not, why are they breaking shit and rioting, and why are they stealing stuff and, you know, burning up buildings? But here you are, especially if you go to my timeline, you'll see 2 or 3 videos of people who are not black breaking windows out of a Five Guys, spray painting shit out of a bank. And it's like, it upsets me because of 2 things. One, Rez, like you said, people are planted in this to make it seem like it's us doing it. I saw a video of somebody paying 2 black boys to go tear up some shit. We've been seeing crates of bricks laying on the side of the road, try to agitate stuff. Today, there's supposed to be a protest in Frisco. My partner was driving down the road and saw 3 pallets of just cinder blocks sitting under a bridge, not even by a building, just under a bridge, trying to agitate and irritate stuff. So, yes, people plant stuff. It happens. You're on point with that, Rev. The second thing is people are using our struggle and our protest to push their own agenda. They're trying to hide and mask themselves in our marches, in our protests, in our peaceful protests, to try to cause riots and chaos, to, one, make it seem like it's us doing it, and then 2, to push their own agenda. Like, do you not have your own time to push your own agenda? Why don't you schedule some time, block some roads out, and go marching and go terrorizing shit on your own time? Why are you using our struggle that we're already having an issue with showing because we're already not heard to push your own agenda and you make it even harder. Dude, I mean, I've seen shit from people breaking windows, people spray painting BLM on the side of buildings who aren't black.
Right.
And I saw that video. This woman was like, "No, don't do that because they're going to think that we did that."
Right.
White and the white girl, she was like, "No, we're all battling the same thing." Dude, I saw one video of a protest of somebody in downtown Dallas who's not black threw a rock or something over a line of peaceful protesters to the police. And this one black guy was like, "Don't do that shit because he's gonna think I did that and I'm not trying to die. He's gonna kill me."
Facts.
And I'm trying. Like I said, I'm trying not to snap off because if I snap off, I'm going to start promoting violence at the same time. I'm not trying to do that shit. As far as the rioting, like I said, I understand it. I understand people breaking shit. I understand shit getting set on fire. I get it. I get it. If there was any other time that I understand it, bro, it is now. I get it, bro. I get it. But to have people in our marches and in our protests just change the narrative. Completely change the narrative. And if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't even have that narrative. These are people on the ground in protest, recording shit and putting it online. But if you look at CNN and all that stuff, when all this shit first started, or Fox News or whatever, and all this shit first started, they would make it seem like we was doing this shit.
Yeah.
It was just recently they were like, "Oh no, these are some people who aren't black doing this shit."
And you know what's crazy? Even algorithms come into play because I shared some of the videos that you shared, Ave, and you know what I noticed? And I would put on the top in the caption, like the one where a bunch of white people were just breaking up buildings and bashing in bank windows and all this other crazy stuff. It's only got 500 views on it. The peaceful protest where they were line dancing on, it's only got a couple hundred views.
Yeah.
But the one with the black people jumping on stuff, breaking into Target, everything like that, that's millions and millions of views, which tells me that from an algorithm standpoint, y'all not really sharing that video. Y'all sharing that in a small pool of people, but for the big black ones,
right,
y'all send that to everybody. So, like, I know Shannon Sharp said it this morning. He said, if you rob a man of hope, you give them no option but to lash out. And sometimes, like, yes, you have to lash out. Like you like, because what else is there at that point? You're gonna kill me if I don't do something. You're gonna kill me if I do something. So I might as well do something. And I'm not advocating for violence. I'm not advocating for that. But you got to understand that when you put somebody in a corner, at some point they're going to bite.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing is, they say just do it peacefully. We've been doing it peacefully since the early 90s. Since LA, when the riots happened, we've been doing it peacefully every time, and nothing's happening. If you keep on doing the same thing and nothing happens, what common sense is, I need to do something different. Like you said, we're not advocating for violence, but I get it.
If there was no violence, dog, the media would have forgotten this story in a week. The violence is what gets them to pay attention to stuff like this.
And you got to understand, dude, like, this country became what it was and was built on violence.
On murder.
From bringing us over here, doing the slave trade, being our ancestors, to do all this other stuff, to slaying Indians through the Manifest Destiny.
Yeah.
Just to get the land from the east to the west. Everything has been done. I'm going to say everything. A shit ton of stuff has been done through the course of violence. So when you have people, and when you have people saying violence isn't the answer, explain the ways where you got what you got out of violence.
You know what's crazy? I got a list. Like, here it go. You talk about looting, then let's talk about gentrification. Let's talk about predatory lending. Let's talk about Black Wall Street, where y'all burnt the whole damn city to the ground. Let's talk about abducting slaves from Africa, which Abe already mentioned, to build your land that you stole for free. You stole the land and then you abducted people to get them to build it for free. Oh, prison system, right? That's free labor. And that's a crazy thing even about the riots. They arrested, I think, over 500 people or something like that since the protest. You put them in jail. It's free labor. Bruh. Sabotaging marches of peace by paying people to participate just to start fights and rise to justify the demonization of people. So that's smart. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all want to talk about a freaking window that's insured? Like looting your neighbors by not funding the education system. Y'all don't talk about that looting. Y'all don't fund South Dallas. Education system in South Dallas the same as it is in Frisco? DeSoto the same as
You know what's so crazy? I was just watching a video for Andrew Cuomo, and he was talking about that in New York. It's like in the rich areas, we fund, and he said the number 34,000 for the rich area. For the minority areas, we only fund 13,000.
Fam, what are we talking about? Y'all talking about stuff that'll be replaced with an insurance claim in maybe a month. We're talking about a life that won't get replaced, period.
Yep.
That don't even out. Like that don't, man.
And that's, you know what, that's actually a good point, because Chris mentioned this. He said he saw a meme online that said, if you're saying that, I understand he was murdered, but did they have to destroy property? You should be saying, I understand they're destroying property, but did they have to murder him? That's the question that should be asking. And you know what? So, and this is actually, that's actually an interesting point, because it speaks on how how you could take a situation and two different groups of people look at it differently. If you have somebody who is not oppressed, right, affluent or whatever, or have money, or just not oppressed, versus somebody who is oppressed, struggling, you know, they look at the world and they ask different questions to the same situation. And that's a perfect example. Like if you're tripping because Target was damaged, but you're not tripping because this man's life was taken, you need to have your chin checked. Like you need to have your morals reevaluated. Like if you're tripping because this girl was strangling her dog, trying to call the cops on this dude, but you're not tripping because of the nature in which she did it and why she did it and what she used, then you need to have your morals reevaluated. Like straight up. Yes. And me saying morals reevaluated is really the nice way of saying what I really want to say. Yeah. But like, it's just crazy because we see it all the time. When somebody is shot and killed, a person who is not oppressed or doesn't get it, their question is, what did the person do? What did the victim do? Not why did the police shoot this person? What did the victim do to get shot?
Yeah, and because the issue is, in their world, they're more worried about how they're inconvenienced, and our lives doesn't factor into that. But them not being able to go to Target, them seeing how people mistreat animals, any pets, has more of an impact than our lives do. And they can't understand why cops shoot first, because to them, a cop would never do that in their world. So they're trying to put their world into ours, and it's two completely different worlds.
Right.
For them, you can go shoot up a school and you can walk out and get McDonald's, shoot up a church. Nothing. And for us is, you gave a bill that you may not even known it may have been a fake bill, and now your life's in jeopardy. You're trying to get exercise, and you stop and look at the house. You're like, well, maybe I want to build a house like this one day, and now your life's in jeopardy. You know, your mom wants to teach you the value of making money. So you're selling water outside and somebody calls the cops on you because you don't have a permit.
Crazy.
Like
a permit to sell water? It's
two different worlds.
But that little white girl that have a lemonade stand in the neighborhood popping bottles. Man, listen. It's not all white people. There's a lot.
And I do want to shout out the people of every culture who have been rocking with us because we definitely appreciate that.
Because we need it.
We need that. We appreciate we have mayors, governors, people, police sergeants speaking out because we need that. But we have people like the people like the guy who you said is a son of a politician who says it's a better to just kill us all than have a conversation. We don't need that.
Fam. And his father responded to that. His father actually responded to because he was getting heat because everybody was like, "Oh, you're a racist. Your son's racist. Everything like that." He responds to it and doesn't say that what his son said was wrong. Just that everybody got their own opinion. He just said they should kill all the black people in the protest. Well, that's his opinion.
But if we had the opinion like that and put it on social media, we'll be in jail the next day.
Wow, bro. Like, bro, the expectations of a black person. I saw this post and it said they expect us to literally watch someone get killed on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, you got to go to work, put a smile on your face, be engaged in a meeting.
Oh, bro.
And watch all your coworkers who are not black go about their lives like nothing happened.
Man. So let's hold on.
I was off Monday, Tuesday of last week because it's no way. Like I was on 100 this whole week.
You know, this is the one time, bro. Like, so I today is Monday, right? Yeah. So we had our meeting today, our Zoom meeting, right? Because thankful enough, I'm still allowed to. Able to have a job during this time because it's still crazy. And I wasn't even in it, bro. Like I wasn't even paying attention. Like I logged in and I just sat there. And then we had our team lead pop on, all chippery and stuff. Hey, how was your weekend?
What do you think? How you think my weekend went?
Well, he probably doesn't know. He doesn't know. He probably, and that's the thing. Like he's probably so, and I don't know this to be fact. But I'm gonna get to a point. So he's probably so blind to what's going on. Maybe not. I don't know. To where it's like you could just pop on and just your week just keeps going. Me, on the other hand, like Reg, you just alluded to, is like I have to carry the shit that I'm dealing with into this meeting and into work. And I said it because like I almost thank God that I'm working from home because I would not want to be in the office right now.
Facts.
I wouldn't be. And it's no offense to my job. I mean, I love my job and I like the people that I work with, but this is one of those situations where it's like
you have to look at everybody. You get into an environment with people with different backgrounds, different understandings of life, maybe not even understanding your perspective, and they can just talk freely because they don't get it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they can talk in their ignorance and then get mad at you when you get mad at them.
Exactly. So, bro, I was thinking about that today because I saw that post and I was like, man, I thank God that I'm at the house because as soon as I get out this meeting, I can shut off from all of them and do this. I don't have to be at my desk and overhear some bullshit. Like I don't have to do none of that.
Yeah.
Because it'll happen. It'll happen. Chris, we love you, man. Appreciate you. You stay safe, man. Dude, it'll happen, and people will just talk through their ignorance, and next thing you know, you're popping off or you're uncomfortable, and it's like, damn, should I address that? Should I not address it? Like right. This shit is crazy, dude.
I'm mentally going through these gymnastics, and I want to address this, but if I address it, I could lose my job.
Because I'm the angry black guy at that point.
Because you don't know what's going on, because you can't understand it, because your community is not dealing with it. You're not dealing with it. So you don't even understand it. And the crazy thing is, it's like, what other community deals with, and Chris was waiting for me to pop off, and I'm trying not to, but he got off. I don't know what happened. Something just hit me. What other community deals with what we deal with? What other community has to sit there and watch you get belittled and shot and strangled just by the police? What other community has to do that? And then deal with it on top of all the other shit that we got to deal with already being black that we kind of alluded to a while ago about finances being shut out. Reg, you talked about some shit earlier with the finances and stuff, like, what, bro? And then to constantly see yourself getting shot. He's saying Mexican. Okay. Not like us. Mexicans have their own issues, not like ours.
If they, in all due respect, I might be speaking ignorance. If they do have issues like ours, it damn sure ain't making the news like us, because we're front page.
And like I'm not in that community, and it may be ignorant of me to say that, and I apologize, but I can only speak from the black community because I see it and I live it every day. So, Woods, if you're Mexican and you're saying that it's like it, all right, bro, much respect to you. I'm sorry y'all dealing with the same shit. But black people, the way I see it through my lens, there's no other community that deals with the shit the way we deal with it.
For the past 400 years, constantly, ever since slavery, it's never stopped for us.
What other community has gotten dragged here to build a whole
That's
country?
what I'm saying. Other communities are coming here voluntarily.
That's my question.
They're trying to get here. We got taken here. Bro,
other communities have somebody to go back to. Where do we have to go back to? Africa? Go back to your own country? I go back. Where am I from?
They don't even want you.
Where am I from? Where am I from?
After we're from.
Well, yeah.
Where am I from? What? I mean, it's us versus everybody. That's what it is. That's what it feels like. And I have some people who aren't black that got our back online, tweeting and doing all this other shit. Yeah, all that's cool. We appreciate that. But at the same time, you can be saying that shit, but you need to be checking your other white friends.
And okay, I'm glad you brought it to the table, because that's where I was ultimately trying to get to.
I hate that I popped off and Chris got off, man. God.
No, that's real. Because like white people, for real, the ones that roll with us, the cool ones, the one that we know are down for the cause, we need y'all to check y'all friends. Because until the property damage happened, I wasn't seeing a bunch of white people outraged. I would just see, hey, I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry you're going through this and everything like that. The moment some building got rampaged, it's like, oh, what is going on with this country? How could we get to this point? What? White people, we need y'all to check your friends. We need y'all to check y'all business partners, y'all connections, anybody. Like, that conversation can't just be had by us.
Yeah.
It can't.
When it's by us, it seems like we're just vetting. We're just saying, well, y'all just don't understand. But when y'all know what's going on, when y'all been part of the backdoor meetings, when y'all see how we are excluded from certain things, when y'all don't say nothing in those situations, even though y'all may not believe in that, you're still moving forward the process. When you see it and you don't say anything about it, it's crazy. So as a doctor or as a nurse, if you see somebody injured or hurt, it's your responsibility to stop and help.
Yeah.
As being a human being, if you see somebody hurt, it's your responsibility. Right. Regardless of color, nationality, creed, whatever. If you see something's wrong, it's your job to stop. Point blank.
I hate that they bring. One other thing I hate, bro. I hate that they want to drag Martin Luther King and get his back. So it's two things that's been happening that really just piss me off. One, when they bring in Martin Luther King, leave this nigga out of it. Like, stop quoting the same. Martin Luther King, he wouldn't have wanted this. He wanted peace and all this shit. No, stop. You're trying to do the same thing that you did Back in the day, we used Bible and Jesus to manipulate slaves into thinking that we should listen to y'all motherfucking asses. So stop trying to use Martin Luther King.
Bars.
2, stop trying to use dead people and talk through them. The only people that can do that is the family members of the deceased. I don't want to hear nobody on the news talking about, oh, this person would have wanted this. This person would have wanted peace. He would have wanted this. You don't know what this person would have wanted. The only people that know that are his family members. So that's the second thing. I hate when people try to use other stuff that they feel that'll grab us, like our leaders, to try to use that against us, or try to use that to manipulate us into not rioting or protesting or whatever we're doing. Like, don't do that shit. I'm bad, bro.
No, you're right, because Donald Trump said that in his tweet. He said, oh, well, these thugs are disgracing the memory of Floyd, right? And I'm not going to let that happen. So I'm going to call the National Guard in. Donald Trump don't care about that man's life.
And then even when he called the family, he just spoke over the family. Because the brother came on news and talked about it. It's like, yeah, we spoke to the president, but he just talked over. He was more interested about saying what he wanted to say than hearing our side of it and hearing the stuff that we wanted to talk about. But you want to talk for him. But you ain't give a shit what his brother and what the family had to say about the situation. Come on, man.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. You know what? Another thing, issue that needs to be highlighted that we just need to talk about more, so that this whole George Floyd thing has really exposed the police system, the police department. I didn't realize this until yesterday, is one of the most funded groups in America, in our society. So basically they're making cuts to medical funding, educational funding. They're making cuts to all these budgets except the police. The police is actually getting more funding than they've ever gotten. That's why you're seeing that these officers who are actually escalating these protests in armored tanks. Why do you need an armored tank? Like, you see them with all these different gadgets and these tools, these whether that's the smoke grenades, whether that's the rubber bullets, whether that's the tactical gear that they're wearing. Like, who are you going to war with? You guys are going to these protests armed like you're going to war with someone. But it's a protest. It's insane that we're going to put more and more funds into something that's designed to incarcerate more and more people. Let me read this to you. This is from The Intercept. This is a quick article. This is just one fragment of it. It says, public budgets have always been a reflection of the priorities of those in power. Those in power, public budgets are important. In the United States, that priority for decades have been what leaders have called public safety. So basically, in essence, they use the guise of public safety to try to put money towards things that's going to keep them in power. The U.S. spends somewhere around $100 billion annually on policing, most of it coming from local budgets, and an additional $80 billion on incarceration, according to a detailed 2017 report. So $100 billion on policing and $80 billion on incarceration. Who gets incarcerated more than anybody else?
We do, all day.
Who's getting policed more than anybody else?
Us.
Investing in police at the cost of public goods like health infrastructure, education, and social support has a disproportionate impact on poor and Black and Latino communities in particular, the same communities that are most impacted by over-policing as well as by COVID-19. We need to defund policing. We need to defund it. That needs to be a thing. There's no reason that we should be making cuts to, like, medical expenses are outrageously high. You get sick, I mean, you might as well die, because the bill that you're gonna get when you get home, what are you supposed to do?
Right.
So we're cutting funds that would help cure people of diseases and illnesses, but we're going to put ample amounts of money in things that jail and incarcerate people because it's still free labor. And we just have to wake up to the thing. White America needs to wake up to the fact that police aren't there to protect and serve. You watch any of these protests where you see these videos of police officers escalating this stuff, what they're doing to people of all races. The police aren't just hitting black people. They're not just shoot. Dude, there was a white woman where the police walked up to her house in a group and said, "Get in the house." And they shot her. They shot her with a rubber bullet.
Man.
Film.
Yeah.
Bro, the police are there to occupy. And I know people that work for the police. And I'm not anti-police officer. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that the system utilizes them as an oppressor. They come to occupy territories. The same thing that Trump is talking about, sending in National Guards and everything like that. Like, that's designed to occupy a section. That's what you do when you're at war. Mm-hmm. But you're at war with people who are protesting you, killing them. That has to go. That has to be defunded.
When does this end, y'all think?
What time Jesus getting here?
I don't think it does. Because, like, originally it was about them not pressing charges against the 4 officers. Then after 4 days, they finally pressed charges after they showed that we're not stopping, it's only the 1.
Facts.
So, like, even tonight, if they press charges against the other 3, then it's still about the bigger issue of systemic racism in our society. And until that's really addressed, I don't see it stopping. Like, I see it slowing down, but I don't see it stopping because too many people's eyes are being open to this now. Because of the violence is so, like I said, you had people, Andrew Cuomo, you had New York, Georgia, Minnesota. You have so many people talking about it, people of power, people who aren't just us, talking about what the issue is and different possible solutions. I don't think it slows down until Trump's out of office and we get somebody. And we get somebody who's serious about making changes. I see it slowing down, but I don't see it stopping.
What about the rioting that's going on right now? What do you see that stopping? Or do you see it stopping? A lot of people got a lot of time on their hand right now.
I think that gets worse.
I think too.
Bro, the rioting, not even the rioting. This whole situation has almost made it to where COVID-19 is not a thing. It's like we forgot COVID-19 is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how important this is. Like, I pray that people realize that people are putting their lives on the line just by going out there, regardless of if the police escalate anything, regardless of if somebody's paid to actually start a riot. They're putting their lives on the line by sitting next to someone, by standing next to someone. You don't know what none of these people got.
Right.
Yeah. I don't see it stopping until we take control of the peaceful protests. And like what I mean by it's like we know everybody's there. The people who we don't know once somebody starts it, the protesters take that person to the cops. It's like, yo, this is a person who's rioting. We're here to do it right.
Bro, I don't even think that works because at this point, like, you can't trust police. It's funny that the media trust police too. We've seen all these videos, all this evidence of police brutalizing people, using unnecessary force. But then we turn around and be like, oh, well, the police said that this is what actually caused the incident. Why would you trust them?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you, like, even if you beat up the rioter and turn them over to police, who's to say the police doesn't say that you were with them?
That's true.
Like, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. It's
insane.
It's like literally, it's like going to a tobacco company and asking them, "Hey, are cigarettes bad for you?" They're like, "Oh, well, actually, the report says that cigarette smoking is not necessarily as bad as we thought it was 10 years ago. We've actually improved." Why the hell would you listen to them?
Right. Yeah, man.
The mayor of New York literally said that the officers in the NYPD had great restraint during these protests. 18-minute video of them beating up on people,
pushing them, hitting them with rubber bullets, macing them, spraying them, all type of shit, dude.
And getting back to if the primary job of officers is to protect and serve,
that's not their job.
Shouldn't that include the protesters too? If your job is to protect and serve, that should extend over to the people protesting.
It should.
I said it a couple of times on the show. Read Justice While Black. Police officers' job is not to protect and serve; is to protect property. That is their job.
Man, damn their property. They can burn all that shit up. They did. Our ancestors built it anyway. Look, there was a video. I think it was the last video I posted online, and I know we run along, and I'm just so drained off this shit. It's ridiculous because the more I watch it, the more I watch videos, I just see white people trying to infiltrate what we have going on or blame us for shit.
Right.
There was one video that I saw, white guy got his ass busted up, bro. Busted up, got his ass kicked, rightfully so. Anyway, he
talking about Green Arrow.
Yeah,
Green Arrow.
The Green Arrow. So if nobody's seen it, it's on my Facebook page or it's been shared a few times. But white guy comes up, or he's being interviewed by this news reporter, right? News reporter's like, "How did you get hurt?" He said, "I got hit, yelling outside of my window, 'All lives matter.'" Then the news reporter was like, "Well, did they hit you with something?" He was like, "Yes. He said, did somebody hit you? Like, who hit you?" He's like, "Yes, 2 black African Americans beat me through my window as I was saying, 'All lives matter.'" Right?
Yeah.
Next video clip is of him standing outside of his car with a bow and arrow screaming, "All lives matter." Not only that, he's pointing the bow and arrow at people. Right? I think he ends up shooting it once. Gang of people rush his ass, start peeing on his ass,
and gave him exactly what he asked for.
Exactly what he asked for. And it was like 10 people. The first 8 were not black.
Facts.
They were everything else but black. Right? If there was anything black that he saw, it was probably the skateboard that got busted upside his head. But there was no black people at all. And that's another issue that I have. And it's like white people need to check white people because nigga, our culture is constantly lied on to mask the hate that's presented towards our community. Carol Bryant to Emmett Till, Amy Cooper to Christian Cooper, bro, and so many other people. This is no different. Like, our community is constantly lied on day in and day out. This dude had no reason to lie except the fact that what he was trying to do and accomplish was racially influenced. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm gonna blame this on 2 black guys because ain't no way nobody recorded me doing this shit. But here you are, you getting your ass beat by a whole bunch of people that's not black. I ain't gonna lie, some black people jumped in that shit. I'm pretty sure.
Boy, yeah, but on the hood. But
bro, it wasn't 2 people. It wasn't 2 people. It was a gang of people. You weren't in your car and you were threatening people around you. You deserve to get your ass kicked. And that's the thing. It's like some of these white people, right? Because the videos that I'm talking about, I'm representing the people in these videos are white. They feel like they are so empowered and so untouchable that they can risk their lives to talk shit and still get their ass beat. I saw another video of a little white boy, right, walking into this crowd of black people with a "Make America Great Again" hat. I guess he thought he couldn't be touched. This nigga got touched.
Yes.
Black people started skipping towards his ass. When niggas start skipping, it's dangerous time. It's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a sign.
He deserved exactly what he had getting for him. Like, it's almost like you should see it coming. You should see what you're causing coming. And I feel like we're peacefully protesting, and that's fine, and that's great, and that's cool. But when we have all these other groups coming our shit and start instigating the peaceful protests, we need to check them.
Facts.
And they're being checked. The videos I have seen are they're being checked. But dude, there was a video of a gang of white people just tearing up a whole block. Mm-hmm. And you have this black girl and like 3 other guys trying to tell them to stop.
Right.
Those are the videos that need to be on. Those are the videos that need to be on CNN. Those are the ones that need to be on the news. Not some aerial shot of a whole bunch of shit on fire, and then when you zoom in, it's a whole bunch of black people. No, nigga, y'all need to show footage of people's cell phones recording this shit and showing who it is and what it is.
Crazy, when they do, they don't highlight it because when the CNN in Atlanta, when it was getting broken into, you saw a white dude with a skateboard beating on the glass trying to break it down for like 5-10 minutes.
Yes,
but they don't highlight him. Right. They highlight the people behind him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, bro. It's sad, and it's just it's what you choose to watch and how you interpret information, and how you interpret information is based on
what you've been through. Whether you've been oppressed or lived in the life of someone who's not been oppressed. Like even the video that I was just telling you about the white guy saying all lives matter and threatening people, it got shared by this one person, and they were saying, I can't believe they attacked him. All he was saying was all lives matters. All lives matter. I can't believe they didn't do more to him.
They didn't watch it.
Yes.
Well, no. They watched the first half of it.
And then probably shared it.
The rest.
Yes.
And they probably saw the other half. It's like this was probably after he got attacked the first time. And he's probably trying to defend himself the best way he knows how.
And that goes to my point that I was explaining to Sweet when we were talking about information and how information is viewed and how much information is out there. You're going to search, even if the information is right in front of you, you're not only going to search for the information that validates your point of view, you're going to interpret the information that you're looking at and validate it the way you feel it fits in your own head.
Facts.
Even if it's right there in front of you. The dude is being racist. He's saying black people did the shit. Black people didn't do the shit. You weren't in your car. You was outside your car threatening people with a bow and arrow. But because you see stuff through your lens, you interpret it differently, even though it's right there in your face. It's not that you're searching for particular information that validates your point of view. You're interpreting the information you're seeing that validates. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
So how when somebody is so wrapped up and lost in their own world like that to where they can't even see blatant racism in front of them, how do you change that person's perspective?
And that was my question earlier about old boy that was posting on Facebook. How do you get people? Because that's the people. Those are the people. How do you get that guy? Because he said anybody who gets butt hurt, I'm deleting the comments. Means he's not open at all.
He's not even open to open dialogue about it. He's not even open to understanding anything.
White people, we are begging you as a black community. We need y'all to represent for real. We need y'all to hold us down because honestly, we keep the same energy that black people keep. When our people mess up, we hold them accountable. Like when Juicy Smollett did his thing, we was on his ass.
Before anybody else was.
Before anybody was saying that, we was on Juicy. R. Kelly, we smoked him.
Yep.
As a community, we need y'all to do that. We need y'all to talk to your friends and get them on point. Because y'all not saying nothing ain't cool.
I don't see racism not in it, bro. That shit ain't going nowhere, dog. it don't matter how many laws you change. Like racism is here. That shit is going nowhere, nigga. If a pandemic can't stop racist shit from happening, if a virus can't stop racist shit from happening, bro, it's gonna take some fucking aliens in this motherfucker.
It's crazy.
Come zapping shit.
It's
and
crazy.
Racism probably still won't start. We still won't stop.
No, it'll still be there because they'll push the black person into the UFO before they go. But I'm like, fam, y'all had AR-15s. They had AR-15s at a protest and nothing happened.
All in front of cops' face.
Probably because they were armed.
Yes.
Now let that been us.
Fam, they had AR-15s over getting their nails done and a haircut.
And going to the gym. Yes, bro.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Bro, that just shows you, bro, that they just look at life in the world so differently. They just look at the world so differently, bro. And they base their interpretation of the world off of how much a situation inconveniences them.
Mm-hmm.
Do not kneel during my football game because I want to enjoy without any political bullshit that I don't even care about.
Bars.
It's not even that you care about the message. It's just that I don't want the distraction while I'm here to see a goddamn touchdown.
Yes, because
I don't see fucking Tom Brady play.
Yeah,
I didn't come here to care about black people.
Then my question would be like, "Oh, when do you want the distraction? Let's put it on your schedule."
No, I ain't got time for it. Don't worry about it.
But we got time for that shit.
No, I don't need to be distracted. My life is going fine. Everything's going fine. My bank account's fine. My credit score is fine. I stay in a nice neighborhood. Don't infiltrate my entertainment with your cultural bullshit that I care nothing about.
Right.
You kneel, then they got to talk about it. If they got to talk about it, I got to hear it. And I ain't trying to hear the shit, goddamn it. I just want to watch football. That's it.
You broke that down.
I just want to watch football. I just want to go to Target. I just want to go to the gym. I just want to go to the spa. I just want to go to the nail salon. I just want to leave that shit on the south side of town. Don't come up here with that bullshit. And don't be on TV with the bullshit. That's what they're thinking. Yeah. Because if you don't care about if you can say that and not care, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier, if you care more about your Target being destroyed that has insurance versus this person's life being taken, you just look at the world completely different, bro. Mm-hmm. This shit is, bro. Woo, shit, nigga. I'm trying to tell nigga, I was burning, bro. Nigga, I was on fire, nigga. I'll tell you, I prayed almost every day. I was like, please do not let me do not let me snap on this podcast like this.
Right.
Get up and dribble. Listen, good looking out. They told this nigga LeBron James to shut up and dribble.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's all they care about. Don't inconvenience me. That's all they care about. Do not inconvenience what I have going on in my life with the shit that you got going on in yours. You just don't care about nobody, bro.
They don't.
And if you're offended by this, you need to check yourself because the people who ride with us understand where we're coming from. So really, I can pop on this podcast and the people that ride with us will be like, yeah, this nigga ain't got a point. Yep. Like Chris was waiting for me to snap. This nigga was waiting for me to pop off. If we can say this shit on this podcast and you get offended, then you need to check yourself.
Where are your values at? What are the things that you actually care about? What are the things that actually upset you? Life or property?
That's why I feel like we shouldn't have to apologize, bro. Like we should have to apologize. Like how we say it, because I've been saying it. Like, oh no, this isn't all white people. White people that understand us know it's not all white people.
Right.
We shouldn't have to apologize for that shit. We should be able to go off, snap, say how we feel, and say it. And the people that ride with us be like, these niggas got a point. Some white people out here tripping. It's not me. I ride with y'all, but some white people out here tripping. We should have to apologize for that shit. We should never have to apologize how we feel about some injustices being done to our ass.
Right.
Fuck that shit.
Right.
What are we apologizing for?
Right.
Please kiss my ass. Not all white people. Look, I just apologize.
We're not apologizing for nobody. Hey, people I know. Everybody I know too.
That shit's inception, bro. It's in there, dog. You can't do nothing about it, man.
Yeah, man. I'm off.
Oh man.
I'm off of it. I'm just it's exhausting. It's draining.
Yeah.
And I don't know, bro. I don't know what happens next. I don't know what happened next. I don't know if people keep riding, because I mean, people we're not working. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
we're not working. Y'all only gave us a $1,200 check. Y'all ain't stopping mortgages. Y'all haven't stopped rent. I don't have money. Leadership ain't shit. Leadership ain't trying to slow anything down. If anything, he's trying to instigate just as much as some of these other groups are.
Facts.
Where's the real leadership in this?
Bro, this nigga Trump said that the governors were weak because they can't get control of the protesters.
Not only that, he said if the governors refuse to call the National Guard, I'm sending the military.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
On your own people. He's going to turn America into Iraq, Iran.
And this is all these white nationalists, white supremacists. That's all they need, bro. They just need leadership backing them up and a reason to. That is it. And
it's almost to the point now where it feels like police and these white supremacists and nationalists, like they're emboldened by him. They are. It's like the way that the police are harassing people and beating people up and assaulting people, things that you go to jail for. They're not hiding that.
No, they're not.
They're not hiding it anymore.
Not anymore.
There's at all. There's no, they'll get a slap on the wrist. If anything, they'll get paid leave. Like there's no consequences. And then you got some people that work for the police department that they're thrill seekers. Like they're people who they're itching to use the training that they've been given. And this is a perfect excuse. This is just target practice.
Yep.
Bro.
Look, man, all I know is I'm going to the range this week.
I'm going with you. I'm going with you.
Yeah.
Because, man, you got to, nigga, bro, I'm telling you, all these people need is a reason.
What Dave Chappelle say? If you wanted to get change, have every black person in America go get a gun right now.
Woo.
Shit would change.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
Because that's what the infrastructure understands. The infrastructure that America was built on understands violence and stealing. That's all they understand.
Mm-hmm.
They plant gun shops and pawn shops and liquor stores in the hood for a reason. They stole this land. The whole freaking Boston Tea Party that I keep hearing about this week, that was violence. Yeah, that was stealing shit.
It was looting.
It was looting.
It was looting. Bro. But when they do it, they're a national holiday. It's celebrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
Boy, I'm off.
I am too, man. I am too. Because I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens the next few days. Taking my black ass to the range. And yeah, bro. Trying to stay out the way. Nigga, we dodging racism and corona out here. Or trying to anyway.
It's crazy.
Man, all right, let's get out of here. We already been on here for an hour. I just feel like I still got some more in me. But now I'm off. We've been here long enough. All right, man. All right, so we're finna roll out, man. Appreciate you guys for sticking with us. This is tough. And this is one of those things where it's like, because we have a platform, one with 3 black men, and because we have a platform, we have to talk about this.
Yep.
Right. Mind you, we're going to talk about it anyway, but to just have a platform and just be able to have to even garner up the energy, because I haven't even had the energy to talk about it, but it's like, damn, I know we're going to have to talk about this shit. We're going to have to talk about this shit. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's kind of like, it's tough having a platform.
Because at first I didn't want to talk about it. One of my friends said, "Hey, y'all talking about it?" Man, no, we ain't talking about it. We just had this conversation.
Yeah, we literally just had this conversation.
And honestly, I think anyone who's a creator, right, or has a platform, whether you have a blog or anything like that, like stuff like this, it's already hard to live through, but people look for your information on all this stuff. Like anytime something happens, I'm waiting on my listener to write a think piece on it. And I just know, just being a content creator, I know how stressful that can be sometimes.
And she smoked that one.
Yes, she did. And it's like
I smoked that one.
It's kind of one of those things where it's like a double-edged sword, and it's like, man, it's like, what can you do? But you know,
and if you don't talk about it, you're being irresponsible with your platform.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like the stress
double-edged sword.
Fam, like me and Jay was on the phone. What was that? Saturday night? We was up till like 1 o'clock in the morning,
man.
Like talking about this, like, bro.
And it's hard. It is hard trying to have the same conversation over and over, and not be repetitive with your message, but also be authentic at the same time,
right?
And not just be the angry person just yelling in the mic. It's rough. It really is.
Yeah. Man, Quinta Brunson, who's a comedian, she used to be on BuzzFeed. She said something that just hit home so hard the other day. She tweeted it. She said, being black is having a good day, then seeing another black person was killed for no reason. Then you have to think or talk about it all day. Or if you don't and numb yourself, you don't, and then numb yourself to it. Like it's a constant emotional war that you have, because it's like, damn, this shit's happening. We got to talk about it. Or you don't, and you just try to numb yourself to it. And it's just, man, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's draining. And you wake up the next day and you go to work and you got to put this face on. And it's just, I don't know. It can be a lot. So, yeah. All right, man. Oof. Let's get out of here, bro. Let's get out of here. Better days to come. I'm finna go back and watch Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond getting their bags.
Please.
And cry. And thank God that I have my life and my health and everything else that we can be thankful for during these times. So check us out, man. Like I said, we've been doing this whole quarantine thing, social distancing with StreamYard. I like it, but we're not going to be together probably for a while. But check out our older content; it's pretty dope. Just search "Speak Between the Lines." We're on Shopify. Jesus, we're on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. That's where we are. Check us out. And that's it, man. Oh, I found the bell. By the way, I brought that down here, but
and you didn't ring it today.
I think I was too pissed off. I guess I don't know, but I got y'all next week. So, let's get out of here, man. This is nothing else, man. This is King A signing off.
J-Rock.
And Rez.
Between the Lines, we're out of here. Thank you, people. Y'all be safe out there. All right. Later.